Hey everybody, this is Jason the Big JT with the white t-shirt, the big burly beard, and I have my microphone and I have my headphones, which means I have my gear plugged in. I do have some other things I'm probably going to be working on today, so I decided to throw on the old throw in the old gear, I guess. So yeah, that's what's going on now. That's my life as it is right now, and yeah. So I was going to do some more videos, like on Monday, but, well, here's what happened. I woke up, and I thought I was just having a case of the Mondays. And it turns out that I was sicker than heck. I got home because my neighbor next to me, the cube next to me, said, "Hey man, you're not looking real good." And I said, I'm not feeling real well, and I just couldn't heck her for about an hour. So I was taking calls for about an hour, and I finally went home, and I had like 125 fever and the flu and the chills, and I slept, and it was good. And then, like, take two, for phase two, I should say, was digestive, and that was fun, or not at all. And this is about take three of the video, because the first time I didn't have my microphone plugged in, then I realized I also didn't have my USB recorder plugged in, so yeah, there's a lot going on here. So, yeah, very interesting, very, very interesting now. So I have everything plugged in, and everything's fun. And it looks like I'm only recording on one channel right now, and I'm not sure why that is. So, we'll figure that out later. So, yeah, there's a lot going on. Where do I start? I think I mentioned my wife stepped down from her home manager job at a company here in Green Bay, so she decided to go with another company here in Green Bay. She just got a new job, which is like a quarter an hour raise, and she doesn't have to drive all the way to Manitowoc, which is really, really cool. I enjoy that part, because that means she gets to be home a lot earlier than 8 o'clock at night. That's cool. I just have to work like 7 12s in a row or something silly like that. So yeah, there's that. There's all sorts of other cool things going on here, and I'm playing with my equipment here because for whatever reason I'm only recording on one channel, so I gotta figure out what's going on there. But yeah, life is good. So one of the things that, oh, by the way, I do want to mention that my last video got like 34 views, which is kind of cool because 34 people saw me rambling, and like hopefully 30 more people are going to see me rambling on this one. Well, that's what I do. I just ramble for like 15 minutes. There's gonna be a topic coming up later on that's something that really had to happen this week that got me like right in the feels kind of thing. So we'll see what happens here. Other than that, what else is going on? Not much. Just living life. Having a good time. My beard is getting longer. I can actually wrap my hand around my goatee, and there's like little wisps of hair coming out the bottom, so you can see that. And this is pretty cool. I haven't touched this since November. I have not razored it or anything. I haven't trimmed it, so I'm going for the Daniel Bryan look, if you know about wrestling. So yeah, it's kind of fun. Other than that, here's kind of what happened to me this week, kind of a testimony for me this week. Yesterday morning, I'm praying for my best friend Aaron. By the way, hi, if you're watching this, you better watch this, because I'm going to post this on Facebook. And I promise to watch yours, and I'll like them or whatever you want me to do. Just watch mine. That'd be cool. Cool. Okay. Quick shout out to him. So I'm praying for him. The guy is like getting geared up to go to Israel here pretty soon, and God is just blessing his pants off. Him and his wife and his daughter are making a journey in California. They're making it work, which is cool to watch, because I had my own journey just a few years ago going to college myself. So it's really cool watching them and watching him grow and watching him move, and it's awesome. So I was praying for him, and I was praying for Cal, and I was praying for a little serenity, and I was thanking God for the journey that he's taking that God is taking him on, which is just a cool little journey. And so I'm getting ready yesterday morning, and I put on Pandora on my phone, which, something that happens, and the song that comes on at that time is What is that? Must be outside. Anyway, yeah, I have my window open. It's like 30-some degrees. I have my window open today, which is totally a Wisconsin thing, especially when it starts hitting that 30-some mark and all that. So anyway, enough about that. So the song by Modern Day John is called Autumn, and this is from like, I don't know, 11, 12, 13 years ago now. They're no longer even a band anymore, for that matter. They have been a band in years, which is another topic for another day altogether. But this is a song that reminds me of when I got saved. We had a radio station out of Sturgeon Bay, WRGX. It's now an Air. It's not K-Love. It's Air, whatever. Air One affiliate. Air One. It's an Air One affiliate now because they got bought out because the. And that's a story altogether too, which is funny because about a year or two ago I was at a men's conference, and somebody from that radio station was bemoaning the fact there's no local Christian radio in the Milwaukee area. There's only networks. I think it's Salem or K-Love. I'm not really sure which one it is. So what do they do? They sell to K-Love. Oh, so irony. Dig it, man. I dig the irony in this one. So anyway, either way, whatever. It's neither here nor there at this point. So I'm still playing with my gear because it's giving me weird stuff right now. I'll play with it in a little bit. Either way, so and it's just, man, I'm going like everywhere right now. So I hear this song and it just wrecks me for some reason because it puts me back in that spot when I got saved 11 years ago and I'm listening to WRGX and I'm growing in faith, and this is how God speaks to me through music. And this is how God's been speaking to me like the last several months, through reminding me through music of what he wants me to do, which is doing this whole web streaming, youth movement, and all this stuff. Alright? So I blame him for this because he's still challenging me, even though he's like all the way across the country. He's still challenging me because I'm praying for him and something reminds me of that. So yeah, I blame him. Either way, so then last night, I'm listening to Third Day on the way home, and I stop at the store, and one of the songs that comes on while I'm praying about this whole thing with Spread Fire Ministries, which is what I'm calling it, with the web streaming and writing these short stories, writing these movie scripts, getting them sold or whatever it is that God's going to have me do. And the song Tunnel comes on. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. There's this light at the end of the tunnel for you. Oh dear, that hits me straight in the feels. And there was another Third Day song too that just nailed me, like wrecked me. And I don't remember which one it is now off the top of my head, but so this is how God speaks to me through music. As a matter of fact, there's one night when I was working at the restaurant back when I first became a Christ follower back in 2004. My attitude was just smoking terrible. It was just rough. The roughest attitude I could ever get. And the songs that popped into my head was I Hate the Way I Feel Tonight by 12 Stones, and some song by I think like Todd Agnew. More or less shining light on God's forgiveness and God telling me to get out of there. So God speaks to me through music, and I know a lot of people plug into music the way I do. So this is what I'm declaring right now. This is what I think God has for me, that I'm going to be moving into full-time ministry using either Spread Fire Ministries or something else, working with getting the website up and running, working with getting the web streaming up and running, working with the movie script, the writing, and all of that, working on all of that to get that done. Now, I don't know when that's going to be, but it's going to happen, and I know it's going to happen. I know it's coming. I just don't know when at this point. So, I covet your prayers, but that's kind of the part one of it. Part two, if I could make this brief in about the next 5.5 minutes, is one thing I realized when I first went to college in 2007. When I first got called to go to college, I kind of ignored it for about the first 6 months or so. And then God wrecked me on the way home from a young adult ministry, and then like the rocket boosters would put on, So I did everything I could to go to college. I did the research, looking at colleges, looking at what I need to do for college. I didn't agonize over the decision. I didn't go, I don't know what the first step is. I just started doing stuff. So that's what I need to start doing, is I need to just start doing stuff. I don't know what that looks like. I'm just going to start doing things. So we'll see what happens with that. Maybe something, maybe nothing. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So anyway, I just cover your prayers, and this is, I know what I need. I know the stuff I need. I know the equipment needs that are going on. I need a computer that I'm going to use for broadcasting and encoding, because I've already talked this out with another dude that's knowledgeable. So I've already talked this out. I need a computer for the encoding and broadcasting. I need the licensing materials, and I know how to get all that. I need a program to broadcast, so I'm probably looking at automation software. Like, I love Simian. I've used Simian a little bit. I think it's going to be fine for what I'm using it for. There may be the process of assigning ads at some point, because it's the internet. Even though they sign net neutrality, which is a whole other ballgame altogether. But at some point, I may want to sell airtime, which is very, very possible. So I know what my startup costs are looking like, and I've got none of that money. I know what my monthly costs are going to look like, and I've got none of that. So not only do I covet prayer, but I'm going to be coveting like resources. And I see my buddy Aaron, he tried the whole crowdsourcing, crowdfunding thing, so I may throw something up there and see what happens. So I know I can get a computer for dirt cheap. I can just throw down a Craigslist, grab me something. I'd rather have a desktop, just because I'd just rather have a desktop for this. I have the space here. I think I can do it here, either in my closet or right next to my computer here. I have a little bit of a space here where I could just throw it on the cart, throw it on a stand, put the computer on it, put my laptop or put my monitor on it. The equipment's not the big deal. The big deal is going to be for sure just the day-to-day costs. It's going to be the big deal on that. The big deal is just getting everything together and just doing stuff, doing something. Doing this, because you can't just sit there and agonize over the decision of what God's calling you to do. You don't do research for 3 months and then go, I'm going to throw it, now I'm going to do something. No, you just do it. If God is calling you to do something, you don't wait on it, you just go do it. If God is calling you to speak to somebody about Christ because they've been on your heart for a long time, you don't agonize it, you go do it. Shut up, do your job. That's a kind of a bad attitude about it, but it's really the simple matter. The fact of the matter is, you just go do it. If God's calling you to do something for the homeless, you go do it. If God is calling you to get out of your job because of your attitude, you don't wait, you just go do it, because you might hurt you in the long run. So I've got about a minute here. I got to get off this video, because I'm going to get on my soapbox, and it won't be very fun. So maybe I'll post another video. Maybe I'll post like this long string of videos today, this whole stream of consciousness. Because, I got a lot of thoughts, man. I got so much stuff going on up here. Now that I'm on, like, sleeping, my brain is like, whoa, oxygen! I have not had this in a while. So, I'm actually well rested. I don't feel very tired, which is really unfortunate, because now I'm even more opinionated than I was before. This ought to be fun. Come along for the ride, everybody. So, like I said, I may post some more today. I may not. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So, for all my 34 viewers, thank you for watching the last one. I appreciate it. Watch this one, too. Bye.